Okay, so I showed this technique in my Instagram live. I've just decided to do this in the YouTube video. This is about how I used a few images to compose into one shot. This one, before, it was having my assistant hand over the baby's head. What I did was I used one of the, oh, it's looking horrible. I was using this image where her head, his head is a clean piece, and use that lasso tool to copy and paste, placed on top of the baby's head, and remove the hand. Okay, so the point is, well, I don't normally have my assistant hand holding the baby's head in the bucket shot, but because this particular session was conducted in my client's home with two little toddlers running around, and I didn't have enough, I wasn't feeling safety enough to leave the hand off, so my assistant hand was on the baby's head all the time. So it doesn't happen often. It increased our post-production time a little bit, but oh well, that's the way it is. Anyway, in this video I'm just going to show you how I merge. Let's pretend this is a nice clean shot without that giant man at the background. Just pretend this baby is a clean piece, and I wanted to move the baby, merge that image with, okay, it's not meant to be there, with one of the shots with the siblings. I've got a few shots of the siblings, because you know they are little kids, a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old. When I try to work with siblings, I usually have two plans. One, to shoot in camera, which is a challenging task. To me, it didn't happen as usual. I failed with that in-camera shot, but my plan B was to shoot two separate shots, I mean maybe multiple shots, with the baby in a bucket, and then a few shots of the siblings. Hopefully the siblings' eyes on camera or interacting with the bucket, with an empty bucket. I wasn't sure which one I was gonna use, so I've opened up a few ones. Like for this one, because these two heads are very close to the bucket, I don't know if this is gonna work with when I place that little baby in middle. It may work, it may not. So I've opened these few. Worst thing comes to worst, this one is a nice shot I can use. So I'm just going to demonstrate how I merge this shot with that. Okay, I start with using a lasso tool, this one here, and I'm gonna just pick the baby, including that little piece there. Just around the edge. Make sure you've got a little bit, not to cut the strings. Command C for Control C, Control V to paste this one. Then obviously the head is too big. You need to work out the proportion to make it more realistic. That's about right to me. Hit enter. It was Command T for resize. Zoom in. Create a mask, a layer mask here. Fill in with a black. Command delete. Option delete to fill in the foreground. So now he's finished. Use a white brush. So brush, a white brush to 100%. Brush over the baby's area. There's many ways to do this. It's not the only way. It's just my preferred way. You could just brush with a black brush on the white mask. It's the same. Okay. That piece of string there, you want to hanger it down to. So that little edge there, that tiny bit of edge, change to black brush, X for changing the background to the foreground, and reduce the size. Just brush that area, that edge there as well. Yeah, just mask that off. Here. I think the baby's looking a little big. Just reduce his, just reduce him slightly. Hit enter. That thing there. Just work on a white brush so that it reveals his skin. And that little bruise there looking weird. Okay. Yep, that's better. Command E to merge. And then resize the entire image to 5:7 ratio. Straighten, it's a little bit crooked. Straighten up a bit. Tick the content aware box, saves you a lot of time. Just want to reduce further a bit. Okay, now it's all done. What I'm gonna do is to fix that that area here and that bit there, and do some final touch up. And for this tutorial, my purpose was to show you how I merged two images together. Hopefully you have learned this tip in Photoshop, and I'll see you next time.